atomic absorption spectroscopy, or we abbreviate it as AAS. Atomic absorption spectroscopy is a spectroanalytical technique for determination of trace metals in liquid using the absorption of electromagnetic radiation by free atoms in at a specific wavelength of the same element. It's a definition of AAS. It is flame method. The absorption signal is proportional to the concentration of those free absorbing atoms in the optical path. This technique, discovered in 1954 by Alan Walsh. AAS is used in the measurement of about 60 to 70 trace elements in a liquid state. It has high sensitivity and can detect metals with low concentration, frequently as 1 ppm. AAS does not demand sample preparation. It is an ideal tool for non-chemists also, for example, engineer, biologist, etc. AAS has many uses in different areas of chemistry, such as clinical analysis of metals in biological fluids and tissues, such as whole blood, plasma, urine, saliva, brain tissues, liver, hair, muscle tissues. Atomic absorption spectrometry can use in qualitative and quantitative analysis. It also used in water analysis and also in pharmaceutical industries. Principle of atomic absorption spectroscopy. When metallic salt solution introduced into the flame, evaporation, vaporization, atomization process occurs. That means nebulizer converts liquid solution into fine particles of mist or aerosol. Then solvent gets vaporized, leaving behind the solid residue. Solid residue gets vaporized due to high temperature of flame and molecules dissociated to free atoms. The ground state atoms absorbs energy and goes to excited state. But large percentage of metal atoms will remain in the non-emitting ground state. These ground state atoms of particular element absorbs of its own characteristic wavelength when irradiated with electromagnetic radiation, and absorption is directly proportional to density of the atoms in the flame. Thus, atomic absorption spectroscopy determines the amount of light absorbed. This is the explanation for principle involved in AAS. In terms of mathematics, the total amount of light absorbed by atoms is given by following expression. Total amount of light absorbed at frequency equal to pi e square divided by mc multiplied by nf, where E equal to charge on electron, m equal to mass of an electron, c equal to velocity of light, n equal to total number of atoms, and f equal to oscillator strength or ability for each atom absorb its frequency. As pi, e, m and c are constant, the above equation becomes total amount of light absorbed at a frequency equal to constant multiplied by nf. This equation reveals that equation does not involve term, wavelength or frequency, and also it does not involve the term temperature, that is, it is independent of temperature. It means that absorption by atoms is neither dependent on wavelength of absorption nor on temperature of an atom. Hence, atomic absorption spectroscopy is different than flame emission spectroscopy. Instrumentation. When the sample is aspirated into nebulizer, which convert it into the mist or aerosol, then it send it into the mixing chamber, which is connected with supply of compressed air and fuel, which helpful for the production of flame. And here we are using flame atomizer and hollow cathode lamp as a radiation source. When fine particles of mist is sprayed over the flame, the discussion made on the principle will happen. Then electromagnetic radiation is passed over the atoms of ground state, absorbs its own characteristic wavelength and excited to higher energy state. Then absorption radiation will pass through the slit followed by the monochromator. This monochromator allows particular wavelength of its element to be analyzed. Detector detects the radiation and generate electrical signal, which is proportional to the intensity of light. Then indicator device read out all data on absorbance and record it. This is the block diagram for atomic absorption spectroscopy. The instrumentation includes sample container, the atomizer, fuel and oxidant, hollow cathode lamp, monochromator, detector, amplifier and data recorder. First one, sample container. This is a beaker-like container of the sample, which is placed below the burner preferably. A capillary tube drains the sample to the tip of the burner. Second one, the burner and atomizer. Here, the sample from the capillary rise to the tip of the burner. It is burned with the flame. This flame is produced by fuel and oxidant combination. The sample, after evaporation, leaves a fine residue of neutral atoms by atomizer. Fuel and oxidant are essential for production of flame with desirable temperature. These are some example for mixture of fuel and oxidant. In atomic absorption spectroscopy, we are using different type of burner like premix burner, total consumption burner. Most commonly we are using total consumption burner because atomization efficiency is 100%. Types of atomizer. Flame atomizer. It's very common atomizer used in atomic absorption spectroscopy. Here, liquid or dissolved sample is used for the production of flames, and it involves dissolution, vaporization, atomization and ionization processes. Electrothermal atomizer, or we call it as graphite tube atomizer. Liquid, solid, gaseous samples are analyzed directly using graphite tube atomizer. When measured sample is introduced into the graphite tube and subjected to the temperature program, and it involves the dissolution, pyrolysis, atomization and cleaning processes for formation of free atoms. Next one, hydride atomizer. In this atomizer, the sample is acidified and mixed with sodium borohydride, and then atomization is carried out by inert gases. It's very helpful for heavy metals such as bismuth, tin, lead, arsenic, etc. Third one, light source or radiation source. The light source should produce a narrow spectrum with little background noise. Besides, the light should be stable and have sufficient intensity. Here we are using two types of light sources. The first one is hollow cathode lamp. Hollow cathode lamp is a low pressure gaseous discharge tube. It is cylindrical tube, consists of two electrodes, one is cathode and another is anode. Cathode is cup shaped. Cathode and anode is made of the specific element, that is tungsten, or alloy of element whose spectrum is desired. When high voltage 200 to 500 volt is applied across the electrode, the atoms of filler gas, argon or neon, gets ionized and positive ions strike on the cathode, which results physical separation of cathode particles. These atoms excited and de-excited with emission of specific wavelength and radiation of element to be determined. Second one, electrodeless discharge lamp, which is more intense than hollow cathode lamp and low detection limit. Electrodeless discharge lamp is useful for detection of volatile elements such as cadmium, mercury, bismuth, tin, etc. Fourth one, monochromator. It is important component of atomic absorption spectrometer. It is used to select specific wavelength radiations which is absorbed by the sample and remove other wavelength radiations. The selected wavelength radiations are allowed to fall on detector for determination of the desired element in the presence of other elements. Filter, prism, grating, these are the example for monochromator. Fifth one, detector. The main function of detector is to convert radiation energy into electrical signal. In atomic absorption spectroscopy, very sensitive photomultiplier tube detector is used. Sixth one, amplifier. It is placed between detector and readout system. The main function of amplifier is to amplify the current signal given by the detector and sent to the readout devices. Seventh one, readout devices. Generally, chart recorders are used as a readout devices. Other readout devices are digital readout or simple micro ammeter. It displays the absorbance values and processes to provide relevant data. Advantages of atomic absorption spectroscopy over flame emission spectroscopy. The atomic absorption technique is specific because the atoms of particular element can only absorb radiation of their own characteristic wavelength. Therefore, spectral interferences is rare. In atomic absorption spectroscopy, the signal is obtained from the difference between the intensity of source in absence of metallic element present in the liquid and the decreased intensity obtained when metallic elements are present in the optical path. But in flame emission, the signal comes from emitting atoms. But in flame emission, the signal comes entirely from the emitting atoms. Atomic absorption depends upon the number of an excited atoms and The absorption intensity does not depend upon the temperature of the flame directly. The relation between absorbance and concentration is nearly linear. That is, Beer's law is obeyed over the wide concentration range, but it is not true in case of flame emission spectroscopy. Application of atomic absorption spectroscopy. Atomic spectroscopy is used for quantitative analysis of metal elements in water, soil, plant material, and ceramics. It also used in healthcare to analyze ionic metal present in blood, saliva, urine sample. The elements analyzed routinely include sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, and zinc. It also used to determine heavy metals like iron, manganese, copper, zinc, mercury, lead in urine and blood sample. This analysis is essential in case of heavy metal poisoning. It is used to determine metal elements like copper, nickel, and zinc in food industries. It also used to estimate lead in petroleum product. Atomic absorption spectroscopy used to estimate the tin from canned fruit juices. Next one, disadvantages of atomic absorption spectroscopy. A separate lamp for each element to be determined is required. This technique cannot be used very successfully for estimation of elements like aluminium, tungsten, molybdenum, silicon, etc. Aqueous solution, the predominant anion effect, a signal to be negotiable degree in atomic absorption spectroscopy. This is about application and disadvantages of atomic absorption spectroscopy.